All right, let's do it. I have to be in the airport in 10 hours, and this is when I start packing. A few years ago, I would say, oh my god, I'm so stressed, like I'm packing the day before, the night before the trip, but honestly, I don't feel stressed at all. I feel like this is exactly what I need to pack. I have all my laundry done, I am, off work, ready to think about my trip, and this is when I want to focus on actually putting my stuff into my suitcase. I would be stressed in the past because I was definitely an overpacker. I would just hold everything in my head and pray that I would not forget to take the things that I want to take. Oops. But now I feel really calm, and that's because I developed a system for packing that really allows me to chill out. I don't have to worry about anything because I know I will take with me everything that I really need. I'll be packing a carry-on and a personal item for a 30-day trip to Mexico. I don't travel with a big luggage anymore because I don't like to carry it around. I don't like to stress about it. I don't like to pay for it. And that means I need to be really strategic about what I'm taking with me. So I didn't prep really for this video. I just put my camera on and I'm like, okay, I have to share those tips while I'm thinking about them, while I'm packing and going through all the organizational and the tactical stuff. So hopefully that would be useful to one person, and then I'll be extremely happy. How I manage to stay calm. So first of all, I never start any packing without a Notion file. So the Notion file or the Notes app, whatever that is, I will create one, and then throughout the week I will just plug in to that file everything that I shouldn't forget and everything that I want to take with me, and down the road I will go ahead and consolidate. But my first piece of advice is to start mentally packing way ahead, and this is when throughout the week you're just going to remember, oh, I need to take this, or I need to order this from Amazon, or I need to do this and that. So you don't really pack 10 hours before you need to departure. You pack mentally maybe a couple of weeks before. So it really comes down 10 hours before departure to physically taking those things that you have in your Notion file or in your notes and putting them into your suitcase. And that's it. And that takes 30 minutes. So I'm actually ahead of schedule maybe. I also organize it by different departments of the suitcase. So I have my space for my liquids, I have my space for my outfits, so I would list down what kind of outfits I want to have. So that brings me to another section that I have in my Notion, is what am I going to do on my trip? So I would list the different activities that I'm going to do. So for my trip to Mexico, I'm gonna spend there a long time, so on a daily I will definitely go to the beach. I'm gonna do yoga. I might do some 1 day, 2 day trips somewhere, so I need a smaller backpack that I can pack those things. I will go for dinners. I'm gonna go dancing. So this is my daily activities, right? Like dinner, yoga, beach, whatever, just like browsing around, so like very casual. I might take a few dinner outfits. I'm also packing a pretty massive New Year's Eve outfit, which kind of takes maybe a quarter of my suitcase, but that's okay. New Year's Eve only once a year, so I can do it. And yeah, so kind of like structuring it in my head and putting it on paper, offloading everything, even use it for journaling. Just offload your thoughts. The most important thing to be able to stay calm during all this packing thing is to offload your thoughts onto paper in the app, so you can access it after and check out what you were thinking about, so you don't have to store everything in your brain. If you don't yet have Notion, download Notion. This app is gonna change your life. You can access it from your computer and you can have it on your phone too, and I also have it on my iPad. So I really can make sure that I do have access to this list anywhere I go. And if I'm Ubering to the airport, like, oh, hold on a second, let me check if I took, I don't know, my toothbrush, my whatever cream, I know I have it checked in my Notion app, and this is how I know if I took something or not, because it's there and it's checked. I don't have to get to the airport and like look through everything to check if I have this item. No, I have it in my Notion and it's checked and I have it. So yeah, very easy. This is probably the core to packing for me. So now when you know what are you gonna be doing once you arrive and kind of organized things by day, there are certain days are more festive than others, but what you're going to do on a daily. So that's the time to decide what you're going to be taking with you and what you're going to be purchasing on location. So what that means, we only have a carry-on. A carry-on is not a very big luggage. Like, you cannot take everything with you. You can take only specific items. And the hardest thing for me in a carry-on is that you can only take 1 liter of liquids. I'm just a girl. I love my stuff. I love my creams. I love my hair products. So that means I need to make decisions and sacrifices. I'm only going to be taking the things that I cannot live without and that I cannot buy in Tulum, Mexico. And that's actually a lot of things. Like, there's no Sephora in Mexico, Tulum, right? So everything, every cream, every hair product that I don't have access to and that I cannot live without has to come with me. So that means I need to sacrifice on a lot of those things that I can buy in Mexico. So those things will never go in my carry-on. So for example, I don't care about a body wash, right? So I'm going to ensure that I have a body wash in my hotel, in my Airbnb. If I don't have a body wash in my hotel or in my Airbnb, I'm going to take a little sample with me of body wash, and I make sure that I can take a shower on my first couple of days until I get my hands on some products on location. So I'm going to double down on the products that I cannot live without, and that would be probably my Sephora hair masks, my oil for my hair. I'm going to get those with me instead of the products that I can buy on location. So this is how we will make the most out of our liquid bag for the carry-on. We only have 1 liter to use, so that's all we can take. Now, next, plan your outfits ahead of time and make sure you're bringing a capsule as opposed to single items that you really like. So you know that everything that you put in your carry-on is matching each other. Okay, I really like this top, but is it gonna go with any of your bottoms? And it has to go with a lot of your bottoms. So you can kind of recycle your outfits so it looks like you have a lot of clothes with you, because you're never in the same outfit, but you're actually just switching the tops or switching the bottoms, and it kind of creates the illusion that you came with a lot of outfits, but it's actually not true. You might have like a couple of pants and like 4 or 5 tops, and you can make the most out of it. Just make sure that you can really switch them around and mix and match, and you'll be super good. My other advice would be, obviously, try to travel with knit items, knit garments that are not that easy to get wrinkles. A shirt can look really nice, but if it's nice and wrinkled, it's not nice anymore. So I try to buy and pack a lot of knit that will not get as wrinkled as a woven fabric would get. So yeah, get your knits, and they're usually made out of breathable fabrics. So a good cotton knit that would serve you really well out there in the wild. So now that brings me to my fourth point. If you want to take with you some linen fabrics, I love linen, but it's really hard to maintain. But if you really want to take some linen fabrics, like I'm going to the jungle, it's going to be really hot, and linen will save my life, especially those linen flowy shirts that I love. But the problem with linen is that it gets really wrinkly really fast. So that brings me to my fourth point. Try to bring things with you that you can repurpose. So for example, because I'm going to bring my straightener for my hair, that actually works really well, like an iron for my linens. And hear me out, it might sound really funny, but it actually works really well. I would put the linen shirt on a hanger, and while I'm showering, all the steam's kind of going to get absorbed in the fabric, and then it's going to be like a little moist by the time I'm out of the shower. And this is when I'm going to heat up really well my iron, my straightening iron for my hair. And I'm just gonna go like I'm doing it with my hair on the fabric itself, and it just does magic, I swear. When I realized this can help me, I was really desperate probably, but yeah, it actually works. I never buy those like portable steamers that people do. Those can do those things too, but if I have the iron, I just go with my iron over the fabric and it does magics. So yeah, I wish I knew that earlier, so here you go. Now my last bullet point for how to pack your clothes is actually not packing them in the first place, meaning wear the heavy stuff on you that you want to bring with you. So they are not going to be counted as part of your carry-on weight, it's just going to be on you. So pretty easy trick. I usually wear my workout shoes that I know that I'm gonna be working out. I'm gonna be wearing them on because they're pretty bulky in the carry-on, like they take literally half of the carry-on sometimes. So I'm gonna wear them, and then I'm gonna wear my heavier jeans if I wanna bring jeans with me, and then maybe 2 sweatshirts, like one that is sweatshirt like this one. I'm actually gonna bring this one with me, so I'm gonna wear it, and then on top I'm going to wear another one that I like to bring, the one that is like kind of a cardigan situation that I don't have, so I can like show my top, so if I go out and it's a little bit chilly, I don't have to wear this one because it's kind of like gonna ruin my outfit. I'm gonna wear the cardigan one so people can see my top. So yeah, wear the heavy stuff on you, whatever that means for you. So now a final and closing point from me to you is being a minimalist. Being a minimalist really helps. I switched my lifestyle to be one, and that just changed my life. I don't overthink anymore. I am happy with what I have. I only have in my closet the things that I really wear. I don't have anything that I haven't worn in the last 6 months. I wear everything and I love every single item. So that makes it really easy to pack because I essentially only take what I have in my closet. So whatever I'm going to take with me in my carry-on, that literally 75% of my closet. I don't own multiple versions of the same thing, so when it comes to like pants or tops, I really have one of a kind of everything. I have a couple of pants, but they're all different, and then I have a few tops that I really love, and they're all different and for different situations or weather. So yeah, being a minimalist really helps in packing. I'm going to finish packing, get some sleep, and go to the airport. I'm so excited to finally be back in Mexico. It doesn't feel like I'm going on vacation or on a trip. It feels like I'm going home. I spent a lot of time in Mexico. I love this place. I have people I love living there, so my heart is really full right now. All right, I'll see you in Mexico. Cheers.